Well, hello people on the internet, my name is Kevin and welcome back to another video. Okay, as you can probably tell, this is my August wrap up and I haven't done a wrap up since January and that's like a long time ago. So I'm basically going to be doing a wrap up from February to August, but I'm just going to have it as my August wrap up. But yeah, so there's a lot of books because I just haven't filmed a wrap up and I don't know why. And people just keep asking me what have I read, and because I haven't been doing wrap ups, people don't know. So I'm back doing them now anyways, so it should be fine, and I'm going to show you all the books I've read. Okay, so starting with February. The very first book I read in February was Me Before You by Jojo Moyes, and this is only the dust jacket because I'm currently lending it out to a friend. And I absolutely love this book. I get a 5 out of 5 stars. This book is my favourite book of the year that I have read so far. No book has come close to beating this. It broke my heart. I cried. I don't cry at books, so therefore the book has to be that good if it made me cry. And I'm very excited for the movie of this. If you don't know what it's about this guy called Will, who ends up in a wheelchair after an accident, and then there's this girl Lou who ends up taking care of him, and it's not what you expect it to be, and it's just such a good book. If you haven't read it, I highly recommend that you do. After I read Me Before You, I was in a serious book hangover and it was very, very bad. So whenever that happens, I just resort to Harry Potter. So I read Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. And obviously, gave this 5 out of 5 stars. It's a reread, so it's Harry Potter. I love Harry Potter. Who doesn't love Harry Potter? So I just went to this because I knew I'd be able to read this and get through it. So then during the month of March, I was in a severe book slump. I read nothing in March, not a single book. Then April came. I didn't read anything in April to the very end of April, and that's because I had started Salt and Stone by Victoria Scott in February, but because of Me Before You, I was in a book slump. And I couldn't believe that I couldn't read this because I was highly anticipating this book. And finally I did finish it in April and I absolutely loved it. This is my second favourite book of the year. It didn't beat Me Before You, which I'm very shocked about because everyone knows how much I love the Fire and Flood series and Victoria Scott's writing, so I was obsessed with this. And I had a video review for this, but I accidentally deleted the footage, so I think I'm going to refilm a book review for this and Fire and Flood because I don't like my old Fire and Flood review. Obviously I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. Loved it just as much as the first book, if not more. And yeah, I can't really say much about this because the first book, this is the second book, so it'll be spoilers. Then I went on to May and I read 4 by Veronica Roth because I was after watching Insurgent movie and I was really in the mood for more Divergent, so I read this at the start of May. I think I started at end of April, finished it start of May. And yeah, obviously I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. I loved it, but I prefer Patricia's perspective, so obviously I didn't love it as much, but I did really enjoy it, so I give this 4 out of 5 stars. Then after that, in May, I think it was May, I read A Work in Progress by Franta, and I absolutely love this book. I give it 5 out of 5 stars. If you have not seen my book review for this book, I'm going to leave it down below, link down below, or you can just click a picture of the book and it will take you to the video review and you'll hear more about my thoughts. If you have not read it, go read it because it's a very amazing book and it's very inspirational and I absolutely adore this book. Then after I read A Work in Progress, I finished We All Looked Up. I really enjoyed this book. It was really good, and I think I only gave it 4 out of 5 stars because it was a bit slow at the beginning, but other than that I really enjoyed it. If you don't know what this book is about, it is about an asteroid that is about to hit the Earth and it's going to basically end the world, and it's told from 4 different teenagers' perspectives about what they're doing and handling all this and how they want to change their lives before they all die basically. So it's a really good book, highly recommend it. I don't think I said it was by Tommy Wallach, but yeah, Tommy Wallach is who wrote it, and yeah, I give it 4 out of 5 stars. Then after that, in May, I read A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas, and this was the May book of the month for my book club that I'm a part of with Jen, Ilse and David. So I'll leave the Goodreads group linked down below, and I'm also going to leave the live show link for this book down below too. I gave this 5 out of 5 stars, absolutely loved it. I love Sarah J. Maas's writing, so this was no surprise that I love this book too. And at the start of June, I read In Real Life by Joey Graceffa. I absolutely love Joey Graceffa. He's one of my favourite YouTubers, so it was no surprise again that I picked up his book and read it. Gave it 5 out of 5 stars, absolutely loved it. I learned so much more about Joey's childhood and everything about him, and I love him as a YouTuber even more because of this book. And also in June I read Magonia by Maria Devana Headley, and this is because it was the June book of the month in the book club that I'm part of with Jen, Isla and David, Worlds of Words, as I've already said. I'm also going to have a link to this video live show down below too, so you can hear more of my thoughts on this. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. And yes, I love this book too. Also in June, I read The Assassin's Blade by Sarah J. Maas. I had started this book in May as well, I think, and I finished it in June. And I loved it. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. Some of the short stories just weren't that great for me, so that's why it's 4 out of 5 stars, not 5. But other than that, I really loved this book. I loved knowing more about who Sam was and Selena, and more kick-ass Selena and stuff like that, so I love this book. And in July, I read World After by Susan E. This is the second book in the Penryn and End of Days trilogy, and I give this book 5 out of 5 stars. I love these books. They're just so creepy and so dark, and angels are just so messed up, and these scorpion creature things are just messed up too. I obviously can't say much about this because it's the second book, so I don't want to spoil. Basically, it's about an angel apocalypse. That's all you really know, and this is the second book in the trilogy. Then into July, I read Air of Fire by Sarah J. Maas, and I absolutely love this book. Gave it 5 out of 5 stars. I read this book where I read along with Jen, Ilse, and Yessie, and I absolutely love this book. I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. I read this book really fast and it's humongous, so I don't know how I read it so quickly, but I absolutely love this book. And yeah, I'm so ready for Queen of Shadows, which comes out tomorrow. And the next book I read was Love's Curse by Darren Gallagher. I was sent this book for review. I give this book 3 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed this book because it's a zombie book based in Ireland. I've written a Goodreads review for this book, which is going to be linked down below if you want to go read more about my review for this book. But I gave this book 3 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed it, but I thought there was way too much dialogue in the book and not enough description, and I'm usually a big fan of more dialogue and less description, but in this book I wish there was more description. There was just way too much dialogue. I don't know, it just wasn't action-packed enough for my likings, or it was just, I don't know. I really enjoyed it because it's zombies and I love zombies, but I just don't know, I just gave it 3 out of 5 stars. Just something for me just couldn't boost up the rating for me. But yeah, 3 out of 5 stars. It's still really a good book, and if there is a sequel ever made for this book, I will be reading it. So in July also I read The Wrath and the Dawn by Renee Adier, and this was the July book of the month for the book club. Yes, I gave this book 4 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. It was so different. Like, I've never read a book like this, and it was just so refreshing, and I really enjoyed it. I'm gonna leave a link to the live show on the book, or you can click the link in the description and you can go watch that and see more of my thoughts on this book. Okay, so the next book I read in July was Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist by Rachel Cohn and David Levithan. I started this book in July, finished it at the start of August, and this is about a boy named Nick and a girl named Norah. Nick sees his ex at a gig that he's playing with his band, and he sees his ex, and he asks this girl Norah to be his girlfriend for 5 minutes so that he can make his ex jealous. And then they end up getting together for the rest of the night and end up falling in love, kind of thing. So yeah, I've also watched the movie for this book, and I really enjoyed the movie, but I prefer the book, of course. But yeah, it was a really good book, and it was very quick read, so I loved it. So then the second book and only other book that I read in August was Eleanor and Park by Rainbow Rowell. And now I didn't know if I was going to like this book because it's a romantic book and I'm not into romance, but I'm actually quite shocked at how much I like this book. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. And yeah, it's about a guy named Eleanor and a girl named Park. Wow, Kevin, a guy named Eleanor and a girl named Park, just wow. And basically, she's the new girl at school, and they meet each other on the school bus, and then slowly but surely they end up falling in love, getting in a relationship, and it's a really nice book. And Rainbow Rowell's writing style is just really good. Yeah, I give this book 4 out of 5 stars, and I really enjoyed it. So yes, they're all the books that I've read since my January wrap up, which has been a lot of books. So if you like this video, give this video a big thumbs up. Check out my other videos. You can watch my video of my bookshelf tour that I posted the other day down below, or you can watch my last collab video, which was the egg roulette challenge with my friend Anna, which is a really funny video. And yeah, you can go watch those videos by clicking them down there. And Follow me on my social media, which is all linked up here. And I will see you guys all next time in the next video. So goodbye.